I'm going to do a diagnostic cart toolbox tour. So this is my truck I have, and then in the back I have 2 pack outs, drawers, and with the table on top, and then I put it on wheels, mobile. So let me show you. Now we got the whole thing mobile, so it's pretty much 2 drawers on top, 3 drawers on top of each other, and then this table comes off. I bought it separate. It's made by Milwaukee. It's all the pack out, and then over here I bought this on eBay. It holds a paper towel roll, and here I have a Jarhead Diagnostics thing for the scope. I'll show you in a minute when I get to it. Alright, I'll just start. So in the top drawer I got a regular multimeter, a Fluke, a Flir CF5 I think it is. It's a thermal imager. This is a lead, Pico lead. Actually I use it for my U-scope, which is in a Jarhead Diagnostic case, because my first one kept breaking. The connection over here broke. I sent it back, they fixed it. It broke again, they sent it back, they sent me a new one, then it broke after 2 weeks, and I started fixing it myself, but it was breaking every week. So when he came out with this case, I bought it, and I just bought a new one, and so far it's been, I don't know, about a month, and it's been fine. Low amp clamp. It measures down to the milliamp. I don't recommend it. I think it was a waste of money. This is my regular amp clamp. It's made by a Dell. It has a little screen on the bottom. I like it. It's relatively inexpensive. This is a snap-on thermometer. I don't know why I have it. I just do. This is a Kline's tool, just an infrared thermometer. And here is a Lang retractable leads, 15 feet, so it's very good for jumping stuff. Let me just put this thing back in. And here is a Phil's piercing probe, which the whole world's very into, but I don't know, I have really bad luck with them. I keep buying new ones, and the pins get bent, but I don't know, when they work great. I guess I'm just don't know how to use them correctly. But it is a great tool when it works. It just, the pins I find sometimes bend, even if you twist it a tiny drop. He writes all over it, don't twist, so, you know, do not twist handle, but I guess I by mistake twisted, I don't know. But I keep buying new ones because they work really well. Alright, here we got basic, just some tools, pliers, automatic wire strippers, regular wire strippers, snap-on, they work really good. And I have this OTC pin angle. It's pretty cool. Works. Does its job. These snap-on dikes, magnet. This is a seam ripper from Snap-on. I know you can buy the ones for $1. I have those also, but I always break them, and Snap-on always replaces it. I actually feel like theirs breaks easier than the ones you get for $1. Right here. Oh, I have both. Another one of my strippers, mirror, what do you call these, hood prop holder. I actually have 2. I always keep one in my pocket, and then I have one in case I forget it. And then over here I got test lights. So I actually buy the OTC test lights, or as people call them, scanner than test lights. I actually snip off the ends because I can't stand that little tiny clip it comes with, and I put on a banana jack, and then I can put my own leads or extensions or anything you want. What I use the most with it is, let me get it right over here, is this is from my Power Probe 3. It's an extension lead, and I put it to the battery, and it has a pound ground wherever I go. So I just plug my test light straight into it, and then I have pound ground under the car. Alright. Alright, so I have 2 of those in here. Then I have, oh, this is it from IPA. It's a terminal tools. It cleans terminals, so I'll show you. It's like, I don't know what's on it, but it diamond tip, so it's like rough and it cleans it. You could also, you could grab the terminal and pull out, or you could actually open it up and fit it in a single. See, really handy for corroded connectors. is a spark tester. This I use for alpha OBD. It's just a dongle, little connects to my laptop. And there is a vice grip, some uninsulated butt connectors that I do with heat shrink. That in here. Then I got homemade test lights. This is a 9003 bulb with the high beam glow beams together, so it's 10 amps, 9.5 to 10 amps. It's good for loading circuits. And then I have, this is a 550 milliamp one, and that just has little needles at the end of it. This is from Power Probe. I actually use it also with my test light. I plug it into the outlet and then I have it powering around in the car. These are some relay jumpers. I have a kit. I just was lazy. I probably just didn't put them back. Same thing with this relay jumper with a amp clamp around the loop. I actually just ordered from AES Wave the U-Activate test kit that was out of stock for the past 3 years. These regular jumper wires. Here's more of them. This is a 4 amp test light. It's a H11 bulb, I think. Another one, this just has different ends on. These type of ends. I have a little guy, there's a 194 bulb, it's like 150 milliamps. And then, oh, this is that. Before I had the Power Probe adapter, this plugs in and it shows you a light if the cigarette lighter works, and it has a positive and negative lead that you can connect to. I have a spark tester. Let's get this back in there. I forgot over here. I got liquid electric tape for sealing up the wires I pierce. Some regular electric tape. This is a hose reel from Jar Diagnostics. It's really nice, as a magnet in the end, whatever. This one I got on clearance and then it pretty much cracked right after. I don't know if it came cracked, whatever. I just got another one next time I saw it. And whatever, used them. Comes with solder. This is just sandpaper. This is the Power Probe adapter for 5 volts. Acetate. Needles for back plugging. These are fuse connectors you could put into the fuse. You can put into the fuse and then jump out. It gives you terminals to connect to, either make loops or whatever you want to do with them. This is my tool drawer. So I got here a snap-on set of 3/8 sockets, deep, semi-shallow, and this is 1/4 inch deep, semi-shallow on rails. Here's a ratchet 3/8 and 1/4 extension set. It's the wobble spoons. I really like them, meaning because you can hold them straight. Luckily, you're connecting a socket to it. I'll show you on the 1/4 inch. This is a 3/8 Milwaukee fast ratchet. Oops. This is the 1/4 inch set of the Snap-on Wobble Plus. So if I'm over here, can't do this, so I'm going to hold the camera. If I'm in here, if I push it in all the way, it's a regular socket. If I push it out, you have a little bit of wiggle. Alright, it's a locking extension. That's just basic. Alright, here I got my scope. It's the Pico 4425A with the wire underneath. I have it in the Jarhead Diagnostic case that goes on the back of my laptop. I'll show that to you in a minute. But I also have it that I could clip on to right here on my table. So now I just have it here with my laptop here. Just back clips. I come with it, the 60 amp clamp. This is the high amp clamp, which both of these use the BNC Plus. They don't need a battery. This is the WPS 500 from Pico. It's a pressure transducer in the Jar Diagnostics case. If you can't tell, I really like his stuff. Alright. This is just all my leads. I got the 4 channels for the Pico. This is a lead for checking spark plug wires, a capacitive pickup, a lead for the WPS 500, another spark plug tester, high tension cable if you want to take a coil and plug out and put this in instead so you could test secondary ignition. This is an attenuator that it comes with, using for ignition because the scope only handles 200 volts. So this lead is times 10, so you could have more so you don't fry your scope. Just some alligator clips, some piercing probes. These probes I like. I just I don't know if you could tell here, but I always ruin the tips. I like twist them. I'm really not good with my piercing probes. And then I really have to grind them down, so I just keep getting new ones. Another Phil's probe, shunt for testing battery drains with the scope. These are the fake Pamona leads. They actually work not bad, just the needle's a little bigger, I think. Regular Pamona leads, some attachments for my WPS 500. Here I got 3 pulse sensors from Gyro Diagnostics. Every time they were on clearance, I bought one, so I have 3 altogether. 2 with bananas on top and 1 with the DNC. And these are the AES Wave. Some of them might be from Pico, I don't know. I'm not sure which ones are which, but they all feel the same. The AES Wave fuse jumpers. So this is like a triple fuse. You plug it in, and then you can check amperage, or you put the fuse in, and you have a fuse tab for voltage. Same thing with maxi fuses. Just have a bunch. This is the J case, regular old style fuse, the mini fuse, that new style that I see in a lot of Fords, a low profile fuse, and this is the M case fuses that I know Chrysler uses. I don't know, I'm sure they're used all over. Alright, then this drawer is pretty much just, it has my power probe, a breakout box, U isolate. This is really good for like the serial networks on GMs. So you just put them in, you take out the comb and you put them in one at a time with your scope, and you see which module's pulling down the network. Some breakout leads from Handtech. This is a power probe Maestro. The problem with them are, with all power probes, they got a hook and had the same issue, is at the fuse, there's really a fuse at the end of the ground wire over here. It ends up ripping, and when it rips, not ripping, but the wire goes bad, and then you lose ground, so I just snipped them and just put this on because it was out of warranty. This is a hose for the pulse sensors. I actually bought this from Gyro Diagnostics. It fits in the exhaust pipe. A hose for checking like vacuum with the pulse sensor. It actually came with the Pico, that one. This is the Pico version of the exhaust hose. I like the Gyro Diagnostic much better. These I just have 2 hoses for the WPS with spark plugs on threads on the end, 2 different sizes for checking in cylinder. This is a Gyro Diagnostics lead, which you hang at the top on the hood, so you could hang your wires so they're not tangled up. Yes, I know I need more room. I'm being mobile. This is the only way I could have it semi-organized and carry stuff with me. This is the Pico paddle probe for checking for secondary ignition, or at the primer, at the coil itself on the coil and plug. This is just, I put on, it's made for a pressure tester on the radiator cast, but I use it to check for, with a pulse sensor I put on here to check for blown head gaskets. Alright, that's pretty much all. I just wanted to show you the laptop piece from Diagnostics. So I use a Dell 7212, I believe, and it has a thing at the end here so it can stand. I just have the keyboard, it's magneted on. You don't actually need the keyboard with it. I just find it easier at times. And the scope goes, so now the scope can either go, I can put it over here, or it goes right here. There's an adapter, so you got it all in one. The scope and the thing, you put the plug around, then you have it in one, so you can just carry it with you. Let me just show you. He has marked into it. See, he makes it, it fits into the bolt holes exactly for the computer, and it fits really nicely. Oh, what am I? There might have been a mag in here that, no, I think it's supposed to be like this. But yeah, all right. That's my die cart toolbox tour. Thanks for watching.